The journey begins.
After buying all our gear and taking too long to finally leave, we left with only $200.
For the first 3 days, we battled innumerable ticks. The count was lost sometime after a couple of hundred, while trying to pick the crawling critters off as we slept.
During the day, a 90-degree sun pressed down from overhead, and when it came time to sleep, we had no idea where to go.
We were surviving.
But we were far from thriving.
Had I reached some pinnacle of insanity by taking on this journey? What were we doing? What was the point? We had jobs, a home, furniture, a flat screen, and things. Would we even be able to feed ourselves?
Finally, we made it to a town.
A gas station, really.
I was sitting outside when the owner came out to ask what we were doing. I told him that we were walking the country to find happiness, and he told me we could come in and get any food or drinks we wanted, including some food for the dog.
I come out from the bathroom and Paige has this whole meal in front of her. She tells me what happened, so I go inside. Just a few chicken strips, I say.
5? 6?
5 is fine.
Oh, here, have some more. And here's some for the dog. And get some potato wedges. And don't forget to grab a drink.
And the foundation was laid for a complete reframing of the world I thought I knew. We're each stuck within the filter of our own experience. And within the bounds of conventional society, there are few means to expose ourselves to the goodness of people. But we seem to have fallen into something beautiful.
It's not all roses. Sometimes people try to run you off the road.
Sometimes people stop to cheer you on.
We are indeed.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
we're walking to each of the lower 48 states. We're a year in and 12 down.
Heck yeah, this is up.
But if there's anything we've learned,
The walk is only possible because of the better natures of people.
Hey, everybody.
while walking through the San Luis Valley in Colorado, I was starting to feel really sick.
There weren't a lot of accommodations out there. We were consistently dehydrated, and it was one of the longest periods of time we've been without a shower. When we arrived in Alamosa, we stopped at a park where a family offered us some pizza and invited us to their off-grid hogan, where they were working toward becoming self-sustaining.
On the verge of tears and without any health insurance, I started asking the family and their friend if anyone had any pain medicine. The friend said she was a healer and soon diagnosed me with a UTI. The wife had a UTI test, and the healer got me the antibiotics. The family even took me to get cranberry juice and made me echinacea tea.
The hogan they're hosting us in comes into view as we arrive, seated right next to their beautiful miniature donkey and camel farm.
We can't thank them enough for having us and giving us an opportunity to interact with those incredible animals.
The goodness of people doesn't always reveal itself with such novelty.
Sometimes it's just a donation on the side of the road.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Sometimes it's our public servants.
Good, how you doing?
You need any snacks or anything? Y'all good?
Yeah, we're actually all stocked up.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, though.
I'm Lexi. I'm Kentucky Division of Forestry.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
What is the division of forestry?
So, we work with loggers.
Recently, an ultra-marathon runner stopped and asked us if she could get us any groceries.
We asked for jerky, and she brought us jerky, fruit, drinks, and more.
Fire season. So, wildfire awareness and also fire.
The next day, a sheriff truck pulls into the gas station we're sipping coffee at, and out walks our trail angel.
While looking for camping, this fire chief not only found us a spot, but took us over to a local festival and treated us to dinner, where they had rides, live music, and even a CrossFit competition.
Sometimes we really bump into the unexpected.
One town had very few places to reach out to, so we contacted one of the businesses, a local stove manufacturer.
Lo and behold, it was home to a deer and buffalo farm as well.
I never thought I'd get to feed or pet a deer.
He even took us out for breakfast.
Sometimes we not only make a friend, but gain insight into another culture.
On one cold and stormy night in New Mexico, we'd been unable to find anyone willing to host us. We stopped at Burger King well past sundown, still calling around to find anywhere to camp.
After the struggle goes on for some time, a Navajo couple stops to talk to us on their way out the door, and, after some questioning, invites us to camp at their house. We later find out that the husband once offered similar help to a couple of people who, upon taking the ride, held him at knife point, stole his truck, and left him in the middle of nowhere.
Nonetheless, the good-heartedness of these two led them to aid us anyway.
They treated us to Navajo tea and Navajo tacos, talked to us about some of their history and beliefs, and later took us to camp at the most beautiful view we've seen thus far.
Angel's Peak,
It was miles down gravel,
something our carts are incapable of.
so they dropped us there, delivered us food periodically, and brought us back to the road when it was time to continue the journey.
Sometimes people teach us a little more about our own goals.
In Wisconsin, an organic farmer pulled over and offered us a bed for the night. For dinner, we visited his greenhouse to gather salad, but since he didn't have a container, I followed him with my hat as he loaded it with veggies.
Over dinner, he and his wife taught us a lot about the ins and outs of growing your own food.
Afterward, he treated us to his masterful accordion playing.
And when Torrin fell ill the next day, they let us take a rest day.
And every once in a while, we meet people that forever change us, reset the expectations we have for ourselves, and dramatically alter the way we think about relationships and community.
On one of the days we couldn't find camping, a Mennonite pulled over and offered us a place to stay.
They connected us with one of the Mennonite pastors down the road with a family of 10. We stayed a night, and then made our way to the Upper Peninsula, but couldn't forget the experience we had. On our way back south, we ended up walking days out of our way to revisit them, and spent several nights until we were able to make it to church with them.
They connected us to Mennonite friends who connected us to even more Mennonite friends. They even hosted a get-together for us before we left.
What was so impactful about our stay with them were the reference points it created for what a family can look like.
At the dinner table, nobody talks over anybody else.
Nobody is distracted by their phones.
Reading is a source of entertainment, even for the kids.
They set an example for having fun while keeping conversation pure.
But more than anything else, they're constantly working to be the best people they can be.
This hardly scratches the surface of the kindness people have shown,
There is so much love out there.
but we must learn how to give our attention to it.
We can't be so inflexible and attached to our judgments.
Often the anger and opinions people have about those unlike themselves are motivated out of love for their fellow man. They want to see a better world.
But if you want to see a better world,
You just have to look for the love that's already there.